The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So, what's our agenda for this cue card? Number one, we can talk about a gift you received, a product made in your country, describe your first experience of music, describe a law that you like, describe a food that you liked. In this video, we will be talking about describe a gift you received, who gave it to you, what kind of person he or she is, what the gift was, what occasion the gift was for, explain why he or she chose the gift for you. In the part 2 section, you are given 1 minute to prepare for the topic. You are supposed to write few pointers regarding that and answer the subheadings as well. After which you are given 2 minutes and the examiner will stop you in the end. So you're supposed to continuously speak and only stop when the examiner asks you to. During the previous video, which you might have seen, we have talked about the 1 minute pointers. These 1 minute pointers are very crucial, so you should make the most of it. Whenever a question is presented in front of you, you should start making some pointers. These pointers are background. For background, you're supposed to tell how things were. Were you at home? Were you at the hospital? Were you at your working place? Were you in the office? What were you doing when this thing suddenly happened? Either you got a call, you heard a news. So, how things happened, you need to draw an image of how these things actually start to occur. Coming to number two, you have to tell about the time, the place, the person you were with, either friend or a family person, how was the weather around, and all the minute details that you can provide, as if it was 9 a.m. You were with your cousin or your friend, that place where you were at. You can add other details like weather, how the weather was. Was it scorching, sweltering, hot, or humid? Or was it frosty or chilly out there? Was it rainy? And how was the wind? Was there a breeze around? After point number two, you can move towards point number three, that is the actual topic. You can reply about the topic and its subheadings turn by turn. Number four, you can talk about the example, how you can relate to the similar topic, and you can give an example just like I've given over here. You can also add some past experience of the similar thing that has happened in the past, or you can talk about the future. You can say that I hope I can keep receiving such love from my parents since their love is unconditional, and I hope I surprise them soon on the wedding anniversary by buying them something to cherish for. So during the preparation of the pointers, you're not supposed to add all the 5 pointers. You can add the background, time, place, person, weather, other details. You can add the main topic cue card and subheadings, that's mandatory. And number 4, you can talk about the future, you can talk about the past. For my current cue card topic, I will be talking about number 1 background, time, place, person, number 2, number 3 the main topic cue card and subheadings, and number 4 about the future. I won't be talking about an example or a past experience because I believe just the initial 4 have already helped me talking more than 2 minutes and that's just more than enough. But in any situation, you're always supposed to answer the main topic cue card and the subheadings. Don't ever forget to mention the cue card and the subheadings. So, how you will begin when your 2 minutes are started? You'll say, I was working at the office, hospital, or anywhere when I saw my phone ringing. It was my cousin who I am so fond of. He just called me out of the blue. We had a brief conversation in which he inquired about the availability for today. I at once figured out what he had planned for, but I concealed my excitement somehow and allowed him to have his part of joy in this. So, after the conversation, it was decided that I have to ask for an early leave today. So, without further ado, I wrote an application to the HR department asking them for an early off. Luckily, I was able to get one as they were too informed about my birthday. It was a pleasant sunny day. With the cool breeze around, I left the office at around 4 pm. We met at the coffee shop just a couple of blocks away from my workplace. We went to the mall and had a lot of time to catch up. It was by 7 pm, I remember, that we reached home finally. I felt as if he had forgotten my birthday, and just the thought of that brought me down. Anyways, as soon as we entered home, it was all so dark and silent. I felt as if no one's home yet, and that's quite odd. Usually there is someone home, at least my mother, to greet me warmly. Talking about this statement and being anxious now, I turned on the lights. To my surprise, it wasn't just my family, but my cousins and my neighbors and the close friends as well, shouting out loud, "Happy birthday!" I was thrilled and at loss of words what to say. I was over the moon by seeing all the beautiful decorations around, alongside the cake, which looked so magnificent indeed. After receiving the greetings and refreshments, I was really over the edge. Now, as I couldn't wait any longer to look at the presents I received, one of the presents caught my eye. It outstanded the remaining gifts as I could clearly appreciate the remarkable packing. Along with the ribbon, I at once knew it was from none other than my mom. It was a Sony Vaio laptop. It was just one of a kind, as it was a limited edition in matte black appearance. Everyone was in awe, and I could easily predict why would she had bought it. My mother loves me a lot. She has always been the beacon of light for me, always full of optimism and hope. She caters my every wish, and this was no different. It didn't meant in any way that I won't be happier if she would have chosen something else. But the type of person my mom is, she always look out for the best things for her children. The very reason she chose the laptop for me was for my studies. As I shall be moving abroad and due to all these travel arrangements, I was quite limited about my budget. I couldn't afford to buy a laptop, but I had always longed for this sort of laptop. Buying it would have cost me an arm and a leg. Hence, I was looking forward for second hand options lately, and she was clearly aware about it. Due to her unconditional love for me, I had already planned to call her over there, where I would have a chance to make it up for her. Give her all the happiness she deserves. But of course, these gestures are nothing as compared to what I owe to her. Whatever I do for her is just merely a fraction of what she has done for me, and I can never pay her back.